Okay, welcome back to another Black-Green X Modo League. This time gone for something different, gone for Sultai mid-range. So Black-Green Blue. So we're foregoing the red of Jund or the white of Abzan in favour of blue here today. Not something you commonly see, but I saw a sweet looking list on a YouTube channel Eternal Tech, I think it is. And they're playing this exact list. Seemed to be really fun. Get to play with a lot of the cards, a lot of my favourite cards. You got Tireless Tracker, you got Jace, Prince Prodigy, Tasigur, Big Jace, and then 3 of Sultai Charm, which I'm not sure about, but we're going to give it a go today. 3 mana, and you can do one of these 3 things. So that's pretty good. You get a few nice counter spells on the side for things like Tron and Control. That's sometimes hard. But other than that, you've got a lot of the classic Black-Green X stuff: Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Trophies, Decays, Melting Pulse, Liliana, all the rest of it. Liliana and Jace sometimes fight a little bit, but yeah, we're going to give this a go today. Looks fun to play at least. So I think we'll have then done every possible flavour of Black-Green X. Just something, bit of a change. Hope everyone's doing well today. Please do give us a subscribe to the channel if it's something you're enjoying. If there's any sort of sweet decks you've seen along a mid-range sort of line, I'm always happy to give them a go, so let us know. And yeah, do let us know in the comments if there's any plays or anything you would have done differently. So yeah, let's get into round number 1. Okay, round number 1. Okay hand. It's it's got some counter spells, it's got a threat, it's got a Thought Scour. Something we'll keep. It's got. If this was a Thoughtseize, this would be much better. But Polluted Delta. Okay, so Polluted Delta. Oh, Tasigur. That's not a bad draw actually. Because now we can Thought Scour ourselves and potentially Tasigur fairly swiftly. Thought Scour also plays well with Jace. Prince Prodigy, Watery Grave. Okay, so this is looking like another sort of blue-black list. I'd be surprised if it was the same. Okay, so this looks like either blue-black, like fairies, or control. Could be Esper, but unlikely given there's no white mana. They're possibly thinking we're on Shadow. Okay, Sultai Charm's not a bad draw. Question now is, what do we do? We're definitely shocking in. Do we go for Jace? Or do we hold up Drown in the lock? Risk being, I think we're just going to go for Jace. Drown in the lock here. It's not going to counter a Liliana next turn. If that's the kind of plan they're on. Okay, so they're not on a Liliana plan, so they just have Fatal Push. Okay, so pass back. Okay, so Sultai Charm is a good out to something like Bitter Blossom. Do quite like that. So we could Tasigur. If we'd have found a fetch land, we could have Tasigur and Drown here, which I think we're going to want to do. So I'm just going to play another Watery Grave, and then we'll go for Liliana, which I wouldn't be surprised to see countered. We do have another one. Okay, yeah, so my opponent running Drown in the lock as well. Fair enough. But next turn we can Tasigur and hold up Drown, and hold up Sultai Charm, I think. Good thing about Tasigur is my opponent will struggle to. Well, you can't really drown the lock Tasigur because you're going to we're going to delve away. Bit of a shame we milled both tireless trackers. Didn't see that, but yeah, Tasigur because you delve out the cards. It's really good. Okay, so opponent's got 3 cards in the bin. The thing I'm worried about is Cryptic now. So they did shock in. So Cryptic is quite annoying. Is it right to just pass here? Could be a Colligan's Command. Yeah, because we can't drown and lock a Cryptic, unfortunately. I think we're just gonna... I think we will shock in, just in case we need to trophy and drown in the lock something. We want to... Okay, Thought Scouring. The Thought Scouring themselves. Okay, so that makes our drown and lock a little bit better. Well, a lot better actually, because it's able to counter. Able to counter some stuff. So, do we want to draw some cards here? Draw 2 cards? Yeah, I think we do. My opponent wants to counter that's fine. God, I'm enjoying this deck. Lots of cool lines. See if my opponent has anything to say about this Sultai charm. Wouldn't be surprised to see something like a mana leak. Okay, no mana leak. So I think we're going to discard Assassin's Trophy here. Snapcaster and Tasigur not playing that nicely together either. Might land. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we get to Inquisition, then Tasigur holding up Drown in the lock. That seems pretty good. So I think I'm putting my opponent on Cryptic Command. Let's see if I'm right. We could even snap Inquisition and then Tasigur if we want. Okay, there's a Drown in the lock. Maybe we should have Tasigured first. I'm going to Tasigur now though. So we want to keep spells that we can Tasigur back. So get rid of 1 tracker, Thought Scour, Trophy. Snap Inquisition is pretty good. Get rid of Charm, I think. Pay 1 more. I think we're not going to want Jace back. Okay, so we're just going to drown here. Could get forced, but I think we're winning that if my opponent forces. Opponent saying Tasigur is great at the moment, right? Opponent agreeing that our Tasigur is pretty good. Okay, so here we get to hold up. Oh, we'd find another Drown in the lock. So this is really good now. My opponent's got 2 cards. I don't think we'll go for activating Tasigur. We could snap Inquisition, which I don't mind doing, because we can still, or we could go Liliana. Snap Inquisition versus Liliana. I think Snap Inquisition actually. Ooh. Okay, so we can Inquisition here. Rather than holding up, just like snap drown. I think this is better. It's good snap drown. We can do this and everything else. Okay, so my opponent does have cryptic command. This gives us full information as well. They could try and bounce our Tasigur, which I wouldn't be too surprised at. Obviously we could have held up an activation here, but we want to be able to counter the drown. Yeah, this. Okay, so opponent's just left with a land in hand. There's the land. Okay, so we know that my opponent's got one card left. We find a swamp. Okay, so we're going to attack first. Something like Snap Cryptic from my opponent would be probably the best they could have. So this is this obviously Grixis control. Don't know if we mentioned that, but haven't seen any red cards, but I'd imagine they're running Lightning Bolt and Colligan's command. So yeah, we'll play this Liliana. Actually, we'll play the land first because that plays around Mana Leak. Okay, opponent's got a drown as well. So that was the top off the top. Do you want to draw a card with Waterlogged Grove? There's not really much we can find now that we want to do. So in case my opponent's running discard, we'll wait. Tazigur's ability is 4 mana to activate. They found something. Jace is pretty poor for us. Shark Typhoon? Could be running Shark Typhoon. 5 mana, 6 mana. Into the Story. Okay, opponent drawing 4 cards there. Do you like Into the Story? Okay, so opponent is tapped out, so we're going to get to put them to 1 here. That's a Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Sultai Charm. Question is, do we Jace or hold up Sultai Charm? I think we're going to Jace while my opponent's tapped out. Let's draw some cards. Do you want to this Jace as well? Don't think so. So I think we're just going to put a land and a creature back, and then we'll play this and pass. If Sultai Charm had like a Mana Leak mode, that would just be insane. Opponent has got 5 cards. Don't think they'll be running anything main deck that can kill, like a sweeper. Oh, they're running their own Tasigur. Okay, so opponent has Dreadbore for our Jace. We do have Sultai Charm that can kill the Tasigur. It could be Snap Dreadbore here. Eliminate my Snapcaster Mage, sure. So, Blood Crypt. Do we want to shuffle away the Jace, is the question. We have Jace Vryn's Prodigy on the top. I think I'd rather a different spell than Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Opponent and I chatting about Tasigur, saying the format's healed. Certainly been a while since Tasigur have faced off. Okay, we draw a blank, but I think we have to go for it here. Green, blue. Ah, Sultai Charm is a way to kill Tasigur. Opponent could have a last card as Snapcaster Mage. Okay, so against this, it is kind of a mid-range mirror, but I think we want to, you know, they're more control. I think we want to keep our discard in. Things that I'd be interested in, potentially Disdainful Stroke, potentially Nihil Spellbomb, potentially Kalitas, potentially Ashiok. Oh, Dispute maybe? Yeah, maybe we do take out discard. Yeah, I'm going to take... It's just so bad to draw it late. Yeah, I think we'll cut it because we've got better spells to bring in. What do we think of that? Sultai Charm really good there. Fatal Push actually. Certainly can't push Tasigur. Maybe keep in just the Thought Seizers that can take Tasigur. Yeah, let's go with that. I think. Yeah, I don't think Kalitas is doing us much here. Yeah, well, obviously we were lucky to find our the next copy of Sultai Charm. Okay. Do you have to remember we're not a control deck, so 5 land hands are not really what we want to be doing. We open another one, but I think this is better. It's got 2 better spells. So yeah, I think we're going to keep this and we'll put Catacombs on the bottom. Oh, I'm enjoying this deck, I must say. Yeah, we'll keep this. Bottom of Catacombs. Oh, that was close. My opponent has put us on the play. So, usually, yeah, it's very easy to just pass through the first turn. Quick Modo tip for people out there. I always turn 1 check this turn 1 little indicator down here because it's so easy to just press yield through turn. And then you just essentially just time walk yourself. Okay, opponent copying with Watery Grave. So we'll Thought Scour ourselves, I think. Opponent might counter this, but would be a bit surprised, I suppose. Okay, yeah, they Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm, good card. Okay, so we might find a discard here. More lands. We know there's a land on the bottom as well, so it's going to play a Creeping Tar Pit and pass. The Sultai Charm, I don't know, we probably want to hold this to kill a Tasigur. Well, I don't know, it depends if we think drawing 2 cards is better. Okay, so Liliana, my opponent cannot currently counter that. So I think we're just going to shock in a breeding pool and we're going to go for it here. When I say they can't counter it, I mean, you know, they can't drown and lock it, they can't fluster storm it, they could mana leak, but get rid of this catacombs here, I think. Liliana obviously a great draw for us there. And that is the disadvantage of putting a Liliana deck on the play. Because now my opponent, you know, if they'd have gone first, they could have Archmage's charmed this. And then they had to Snapcaster for no value. Opponent got 3 cards in hand. Abrupt Decay is a nice one. I think we're just ticking up and discarding the land this time. And saying go. Yeah, because we're just happy to sit behind this Liliana now. We're going to use 2 of our mana in my opponent's turn anyway. Opponent could be playing Croxer, I suppose. I suppose we want to consider keeping some cards out of my graveyard to make my opponent's Into the Story harder to cast. So I think we're definitely Abrupt Decaying here, and I think we're going to do it pre-combat. As in, sorry, pre-damage for Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage attacking us. Yeah, so we're going to let this resolve. A little bit surprised there. I think now we're going to draw 2 discard. This may get countered. We may get Cryptic Lily bounced here. A bit surprised my opponent attacked me. Maybe they've just got nothing they want to discard. Yeah, this is probably Cryptic. Could be counter bounce your Lily, could be counter draw. Okay, opponent. Okay, I suppose we should have expected that given given my opponent attacked us. Yeah, it's going to discard a land again here. Tasigur, obviously an amazing draw. Okay, we find a land, which is, yeah, that's fine. That's actually pretty good, I suppose, because we can now decay the Snapcaster Mage and drown something. I think we're going to decay right now. I think we're just going to get a swamp. We haven't got any double green. We've got loads of blue. Yeah. Just decay here. So we couldn't counter a Tasigur. Okay. Spellbomb's not a bad draw. Yeah, Spellbomb's okay. Actually, I'm probably cracking this very well. Spellbomb versus Drown Lock is again, that's not really that great. guess we'll just keep the spell. Okay, if my opponent goes for a Kolaghan's Command here, that's pretty good for us. Counter target spell, draw a card. So I think my opponent's last card is probably Tasigur. So I'm just going to counter this. And then we're going to Spell Bomb. Given that Spell Bomb and Drown the Lock don't really work together anyway. And we draw Tireless Tracker, which is pretty nice. I mean, my opponent can still Tasigur here, I suppose, actually, because they've got just so they're able to pay with it per mana, but they won't be able to hold up any spells. Got 2 cards in hand. Okay, they just say go. I think we're gonna save that until we can find a land. Because if we can go Thoughtseize into Tracker into Fetch Land, that's going to be pretty strong. Fetch Land. We find our own Tasigur. Okay, so now it's going to go Thoughtseize into Tasigur. Two Drown in the locks. Okay, so we take a Drown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would lead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! So we can't quite delve enough. 1, 2, we've got 11 cards in the bin. This gets rid of 5, so there'll be 6. So my opponent can still counter Tasigur. But which one do we want to throw under the bus here? Tireless Tracker uses all of our mana. Although next turn we can do both actually, so I think that's probably better. Especially if we find a land. So we know my opponent. Okay, so we know exactly my opponent's hand. Okay, so land's really strong here. So we're going to go Tasigur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can. I expect they'll counter this. If my opponent doesn't counter this, then we'll just leave it. Okay, drown that. That's fine. So we go Tracker. Thanking the Lord that there's no Mystic Sanctuary in this format anymore. Tireless Tracker's so good when you in games like this where you can just grind out. So we really would like to fade a Kolaghan's Command from my opponent. Killing this is really strong. Okay, looks like they haven't found a Kolaghan's Command at least. We'll take the Disdainful Stroke. Draw the card. Oh, I'm really enjoying this Sultai control. Sultai midrange, yeah. Delta, I think we're just going to... Oh, no, we should have played that. Obviously, for... it's a Snapcaster. No, they would have snapped around. Obviously, we're playing... I was going to say we'll hold this in case of a Kolaghan's Command, but we know, A, we know they haven't got that, and B, this makes 2 clues. Actually, we could have put them to... lower life here. Let's get an island. Tracker's so strong. I think we'll crack the clue now. Bit surprised this list isn't playing Veil of Summer. Okay, yeah, we're drawing absolute fire. My opponent's drawn really badly. Ashiok. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Snapcaster Mage is a little bit annoying, I suppose, but yeah, I think we just win now because, well, not necessarily. We're not going to crack the clue end of turn because we want to hold up Disdainful. Oh, we got dispute. Yeah, I think this is just over now. We can crack the clue. Opponent only got one card in hand. I can't see anything that kills us here. Attack them for 6 with this tracker. Yep, get the GGs from my opponent. That was a great game. I mean, yeah, we won it, but it looks like my opponent was enjoying it as well. Good to play some good Magic. Yeah, who'd have thought the Tasigur mirror? Yeah, really enjoyed that. Yeah, really liking this deck. See you again for round number 2. Okay, round number 2 will be on the play here. We're against a Lurus deck, so having a Fatal Push is pretty nice. If we can find another land, I think this is okay. I think we'll keep this. Maybe it's a loose keep, but I think we're going to lead on a Darkslick Shores, because then we can Fatal Push a potential haste threat. Because this could be burn, could be mill, we want to push a crab, could be, yeah, could be a variety of things. See what my opponent leads on. Okay, so it is some sort of burn deck. Swift Spear, yep, so that's okay. But okay, so it's Lurus Burn, which is fine. They're going to attack us, and we will go ahead and Fatal Push using our mana. I mean, it could be that my opponent ends up with a like an Eidolon next turn. We really want to find a land now. Preferably a green land. Any untapped land will do. Okay, opponent doesn't have a spell, which is a bit odd. Yeah, Darkslick Shore's good there. We'll just go ahead and play this Liliana. Start eating away at some of my opponent's hand. I'd imagine there could be Boros Charm. Okay, opponent scrying with their bauble. We can tick up here. What do we get rid of? I think it's Sultai Charm here. We can't cast it at the moment. Liliana plays quite nicely with Tasigur as well. We get to discard cards, and then yeah, Tasigur and Snapcaster Mage and what's it called? Jace. Do worry a little bit that you're a bit soft to graveyard hate, but I think that's okay. You can always hard cast Tasigur. You've got Tracker and Creeping Tar Pit. Okay, so yeah, we're going to tick up here, and I think we're going to get rid of Tracker. We could Tasigur actually. Would we rather Tasigur or Snap Push? Oh, I think we're just going to Tasigur. My opponent doesn't play a creature. Oh, Helix, sure. So my opponent's on one card. Got 20 life. We've got a Liliana and we've got a Tasigur. 2 snaps in hand. Goblin Guide, sure. So can't attack through our Tasigur. I think we can just... do we want to tick up? I think we're just going to tick down. Kill my opponent's Goblin Guide. Attack for 4. Not quite Tarmogoyf sized, but not far off. And we'll just play this Jace. I suppose Jace and Tasigur kind of fight a little bit as well. We possibly should have just played Snappy there. But this enabling us to loot stuff away is quite nice. Drawing a card with Sunbait Canyon? Yeah. Okay, another guide. Do we block here? I think we do. We are finding Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm happy to trade away our... Well, not trade, but get rid of our Friend's Prodigy here. Tick up. Get rid of the Thoughtseize, obviously. We get a Searing Blaze out of my opponent's hand, which is quite nice. We are going to attack, and then we're going to block with Snapcaster Mage on my opponent's attack with Goblin Guide. We haven't found any I don't think we've found any lands actually. What are we finding? Okay, so we found a land there. Flashing Snapcaster Mage just in Ambush Viper mode. Trade the Snapcaster for the Goblin Guide. I suppose Tasigur can mill for the purpose of Snapcaster Mage and Jace, which is quite nice. Yeah, we'll tick up here. Okay, some sort of... Okay, so Skullcrack. So we're at 5. Don't know if we'll want to fetch, because that puts us in Boros Charm range. Maybe we should have attacked... Actually, we're flashing in Snapcaster Mage here. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Because now we can win the game. Because my opponent can't. So here, let's just make absolutely sure. We flash in Snapcaster Mage, and then we can attack with Creeping Tar Pit. And my opponent can't Boros Charm us out of the game. So yeah, we're fine here. You've got 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. And we'll fetch here. I think we've got a basic forest, but we might as well fetch now and get a breeding pool. That is definitely, yeah, it's 3 mana to activate. Yeah, so we can just go. I suppose, actually, my opponent can find a burn spell and then point it at our Snapcaster Mage or Creeping Tar Pit. So they have to find Lightning Bolt our Tar Pit, but yeah, Lightning Bolt there, our Tar Pit. Then they do another draw at Boros Charm, but I think that's fine. Okay, so we've got a couple of things here. We've got 2 Weather the Storm, which is nice. We want Kalitas. We don't want any of the Thoughtseizes, so that's quite a nice 1-for-1, and that's not a nice trade. Don't want any of that. Don't want any of that really. I could see an argument for Dispute, 3 mana counter spell. But I think we're probably fine without. So opponent probably bringing in Path to Exile and Rest in Peace. Okay, so this hand not a keep. Maelstrom Pulse and Sultai Charm, we're not doing anything till turn 3. We're also not doing anything till turn 3 here. So I think we have to mulligan again. Oh, then a 1-lander. I think we have to go to 4. This is really rough, actually. Okay, well, we'll keep this. We need to put 3 on the bottom. So one of them is going to be a land. We can play that tapped. I think we'll just bottom the Watery Grave. Although we are going to need double black. I think we'll bottom the island, the Snapcaster. Is it crazy to bottom a land? I think we're going to go for bottoming a land and hope we draw. Yeah, we need. I think yeah. If I was doing that, I think we possibly should have bottomed one of these shock lands. Because now if we find Fatal Push, okay, we find another Liliana, which isn't the best, but if we can find the land, I suppose we can trophy a Swift Spear and then potentially Liliana. Okay, exiling Riftbolt. So we're probably going to trophy the Swift Spear, because otherwise it's just going to deal us too much damage next turn. We can just drown it now, actually. Yeah, or we could counter a spell. Actually, yeah, I think we're going to trophy it. It's weird here. But drown can counter a spell later on. This trophy's not getting any better. I suppose it gets better as my opponent draws lands. But we've got enough lands. Like with Sunbait Cannon, it's a bit awkward because they can draw more cards. I mean, it's looking like we're just dead here anyway. And a Goblin Guide. Could do with a like an untapped land, some sort of basic here would be nice. Okay, that's okay, I suppose. We can go and get. So yeah, we're just going to trophy this away. Then we can Liliana the Goblin Guide, but we are going to 5, which will be 4 from our fetch land. Yeah, we could do without my opponent having. That is the. Maybe we should have drowned there. Okay, so now we can't do that. So the last card my opponent's hand was Boros Charm. So that's the difficulty with Assassin's Trophy. Well, I mean, there's no point in playing the land there. Might as well hold it in case we find a land thing for tracker. Yeah, we just die there. Okay, so yeah, trophy a bit awkward there. If that had been, I mean, we did mulligan to 4. Okay, so I think we just run it back. Don't think Damping Sphere is good enough against burn. Maybe we should be cutting Jace. See if we open a better hand. Yeah, this is obviously much better. Is it worth shocking? Turn 1. I think it probably is. Or we could take fewer damage. Well, if they play a creature, we can't kill it turn 1. As turn 2 with drown is the problem. I think we're just going to go for it here. Like, obviously, having to shock is a little bit annoying, but this also turns on drown. So yeah, we're just going to take Swift Spear here. Leave my opponent without a very good turn 1 play potentially. They play Sacred Foundry and Lava Spike, sure. So now we can... Okay, Snapcaster's not a bad draw. We're just going to play a tap land though. Play Watery Grave. Then pass the turn. I would expect we're going to get Eidolon here. Okay, so we didn't know my opponent had that. So this is Eidolon, and then we can Liliana the Eidolon away. That's a nice draw as well, but it's going to Liliana. Eidolon's already dealing us 2 damage. Want to minimise that. We'd love to find... okay, so my opponent... Yeah, we'd love to find Weather the Storm. That would probably win us the game, because we could Weather the Storm and then the following turn we could snap Weather the Storm. Okay, Rift Bolt, so Boros Charm X in my opponent's hand. Okay, so we know that they're... Okay, so we're definitely getting rid of that Boros Charm. Okay, so we're going to tick up and we're going to get rid of I mean Inquisition, right? Yeah, we can't do Inquisition. We've got Rift Bolt coming off Suspend. We're going to play the land, tapped, and then I think it's just going to be drown the Eidolon. We could not drown the Eidolon and then just edict it away. That's interesting. Yeah, let my opponent take some damage from their own Eidolon. But I think it... Okay, so my opponent has got a Swift Spear. So here, we're going to want to kill one of these creatures. Okay, opponent just attacking us. So we could Snapcaster, but I think we're just going to drown the Eidolon. And then we can edict the other one away. Oh, we find Jace. So yeah, we're just going to edict here. And then we either Jace or we... this is difficult. It's not Tracker. It's either Jace or Hold Up Snap. They can't necessarily kill us next turn. I think we're just going to slam Jace here, because it'd be a shame to not Jace. And I think I'm going to brainstorm looking for... Okay, not really those. So I'll put 2 lands back and then play a land and pass, because we're looking really for... we're looking for Weather the Storm. Okay, so opponent's just gone Lure us to hand. So yeah, we're going to need to counter that. Get Breeding Pool. Okay, Sultai Charm. Let's brainstorm again. Oh, right, okay, so that's pretty good. So put Trophy land back. And then Inquisition, the Lure us away. And then pass the turn. Opponent's just got a land in hand. We've got an active Jace, and we've got ability to snap Drown, which we're probably never tapping out of now. Okay, opponent finds Arid Mesa, but we know they've got Sacred Foundry in hand. Eidolon. We could just bounce that with Jace. Or we could... I'm just going to Snap Drown. My opponent is at 10. Counter. So yeah, my opponent has Sacred Foundry in hand. We can start ticking up if we want, but I think we're going to brainstorm once more. Okay, so we can chuck Shores and Trophy, and then play track. We can do everything here, which is nice. Play Tracker, play a fetch land. Attack with Snapcaster Mage, and then set up lethal next turn. I don't think there's anything wrong with grabbing, with fetching to 5 here. I'm pretty sure we know that my opponent only has a Sacred Foundry in hand, and then just delve out those and pass the turn and hope my opponent can't kill me. So I don't think they can. I'm pretty sure it's still Sacred Foundry in hand. That's a bauble, which is a-okay with us. Yeah, so my opponent's just dead. Yeah, okay, we're 2-0 with Sultai Midrange. See you again for round number 3. Okay, round number 3. We will be on the draw here. See what sort of a hand we open with. Assuming we'll be on the draw. Yeah. This is like okay. It's got Inquisition, it's got a threat, it's got some spells. I think we'll keep in game 1 on the blind. But don't know what we're against. Okay, if it's like a control-y type deck, this hand is fairly good. Okay, Temple Garden less so. Okay, Arborel. So we might finding Fatal Push. We don't. So I think we'll just lead on Swamp Inquisition. Okay, so this is Heliod. So we can't really kill. This is quite a good hand from my opponent. We struggle to kill Oriel Champion, although Snapcaster Mage can block it. Spike Feeder is part of the combo, but Ranger Captain goes and fetches the combo as well. God, this is a really good hand for my opponent. We can kill Spike Feeder. I think we'll take the Ranger Captain here. We can kill the Spike Feeder. We can potentially kill Oriel Champion with Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Thought Scour is not a bad draw. I think. Yeah, we could just go and get an island here and then Thought Scour. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we want to protect our life total a little bit. Yeah, Thought Scour's really good actually because we've got Tasigur. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, sorry, that's what I wanted to hit. So Thought Scour into Inquisition here, and then I mean we could Tasigur instead, but I think I just want Inquisition. Okay, take Spike Feeder. It's part of the combo. And then next turn we can Tasigur. Because Tasigur here not really doing much because it is blocked by Auric Champion. Opponent plays the Forest. Oh, they find another Ranger Captain, which is pretty good for them. They can't Conclave Mentor as well. Okay, so they get Ballista. We could snap Inquisition here is not bad, actually. So snap Inquisition versus holding up Sultai. Sultai can destroy that, which is quite nice. Let's just go Island and then Tasigur. So we'll leave Inquisition in there for Snapcaster potentially. Okay, there's Tasigur. So I think we will aim to... Opponent has Heliod. Okay, so we know the cards in my opponent's hand. Here's the Mentor, and could be just Ballista here. If my opponent attacks with Ranger Captain, don't think we're blocking. Although, are we happy to trade my Tasigur? Okay, opponent going for this, so I think we're happy to block. Oh, we can't really because then Ballista, yeah, so Ballista will kill it. Okay, so that's fine, I think. I did forget about that. Okay, we find Tar Pit. So I think what we're going to do here is just go ahead and kill the Ballista. Yeah, I mean we could hold this up to deal with Heliod or Collected Company even, but I don't know if they can just go off in response. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I think we're just going to destroy that before it can do any more damage. So yeah, pinging us. So yeah, we want to, and I suppose my opponent's got range captain anyway, so they could sacrifice that to make us not able to cast that at some point. Okay, so opponent's got a fair bit of mana available. Drawing a card. They got one. They've essentially got 4 mana. Is this Heliod? Yeah, that's not great, but yeah, this Auric Champion is, yeah, it was annoying that my opponent had the Ballista. Jace. This doesn't have protection from Jace. So we could brainstorm, but I think we're just returning that. If our opponent finds Ballista, we're in trouble. How much is it to make this? I mean, they're going to be able to... We could just draw some cards, but I think we need to bounce something here. We could bounce Heliod. Then our Jace dies. They're going to get to attack with Heliod. We definitely have to bounce something. Yeah, they can kill our Jace. If we return this, I think it's going to return Heliod here. Yeah, it's not looking good now. Yeah, maybe we should have Inquisition that or Champion. We've just been kind of tempoed out. So we do have Snap Charm at some point next turn. There's Heliod. If they find another creature, they might even be able to kill us this turn. Actually, I think they can just kill us. This can get through for... yeah. We block here, we take 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, probably should have checked that. That's frustrating. Don't think we could have done anything different there. I suppose we could have... we probably should have Snapcast. Yeah, okay, I got a bit carried away with Jace. There, we should have Snapcaster, block here. Charm could have killed the Ranger Captain. It stops Heliod becoming a creature. This deck is really good, this Heliod deck. I do dislike it, I must say. Right, so I think we want to keep all the discard. Jace didn't do us great there. Damnation, I think we want, and Kalitas. It's tempting to bring in Disdainful Stroke just for Collected Company, but I don't know if that's right or not. So I need to get rid of 3 cards. Aethergust would be a good addition to this deck, I think. So I want all the removal. Sultai Charm's fine. Pulse. Liliana's good. Maybe we cut some discard, but I feel like discard's good. They did empty their hand quite quickly there. Let's trim a Jace. Although Jace can beat Infinite Life if they go off like that. Is Jace too slow? Tasigur can't be Apparitioned, which I do like. Let's cut an Inquisition. Let's start kind of splitting them. Let's cut a Liliana and then cut 1 Sultai Charm, something like that. Yeah, if we can find another land, that sounds good. Got some draws at it, running 23 lands. Like, got Thoughtseize and a Fatal Push, and then some good top end. If we find a land, we can make the most out of. You know, we can cast this Thoughtseize twice, and we can cast Fatal Push twice, whilst putting pressure onto the field. Opponent's mulligan as well. Okay, well, we're gonna take the thing that kind of killed us last time. Okay, so we really want to find a land. in the next couple of draw steps. We might find land. Okay, trophy, one of the, not the worst draw, one of the worst draws I would say. So yeah, we really want to find a land now. Operation of course deals with Jace. I think we're going to push this mentor. Yeah. So we really want to land off the top here, so we can snap Thoughtseize. Yep, another really bad draw there. Yeah, we're not asking for too much. Just an untapped land. At this point we take a tap land. Gavany Township. Okay, opponent found a Heliod as well. We just draw mono green cards here. Yeah. Really need a land. We're just drawing our mono like massive spells. A handful of 3 and 4 drops. Not drawing a land in 4 turns is pretty rough. I think we're going to cash in a Snapcaster Mage if they attack with this Arbor Elf. Yeah, I think we're going to cash in a Snapcaster Mage. If my opponent wants to path it, we'd be more than happy with that. But yeah, happy to shut my opponent off some mana there. There's collected company as well. Not that we could have done anything about that. If they hit Spike Feeder, they get infinite life. Okay, my opponent hits 2 Spike Feeders. Okay, we find a land that is way too late. We can't snap push. We can't Sultai Charm. We could snap Thoughtseize. Which is okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Obviously we can beat infinite life with Jace. Okay, Conclave Mentor, Skyclave. So we'll take the Skyclave Apparition because obviously that answers Jace as well. Okay, opponent attacking. We'll block here, I think. Oh, does this must make it? Oh, okay. So this makes it an infinite attacker as well. Okay, yeah, we get absolutely browned there by Heliod. I do have a distinct dislike for this deck. It just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's very good, but losing like that's just kind of rough. And we never found any lands, which is really rough. I think we're we're going to need to come up with. I think this deck. I'm really enjoying playing Sultai. I think we're going to want to put some anti-Heliod tech in the side potentially, because that was just a beasting there. There we go. We'll see you again for round number 4. Okay, round number 4. We will be on the play. See how we get on. I think this hand's fine. It's against the Lurrus deck, and we have a Fatal Push, so that's nice. Got Fatal Push. We got a threat. Okay, so we'll lead on Verdant Catacombs in case you want to push something. Could this be Shadow? I see the best 2 decks in the format back to back. Baubles, no surprise. Okay, it could be the Control Lurrus deck. So we'll go and get. Do you want more green or do we want more blue? We have double blue cards, so let's get a Watery Grave. We got Thought Scour, so we could hold that up, or we. Yeah, because if we miss a land is the trouble. If we Thought Scour, I think we're going to Thought Scour and then try and Tasigur potentially. Because we have, that'll put 3 cards in the bin and then potential to Tasigur. Don't know what we're against yet. This is probably Watery Grave. Steam Vents tapped. This could be Grixis. Control. This isn't the same guy who played earlier. No, because. Okay, so Thought Scour myself. Looking for a land, really. Okay, another Jace. Still no lands is very bad. Do we just Tasigur? Looks like it's Grixis. I think we're going to try Tasigur here. Stops my opponent. You know, the only thing that counts this is Drown the Lock. It is a Mana Leak or Remand. Missing a land drop there again is painful. But I think my opponent possibly has Fatal Push as well. Obviously Tasigur cannot be Fatal Push. This could be double bolted, but then it's still a 2-for-1. Okay, so this is Grixis Lurrus by the look of it. Could be like a. I don't know what this is. Grixis Control with Lurrus is potential. Okay, opponent putting Lurrus in their hand. Really need lands. Okay, that is a land. Okay, so we'll just Jace. Gonna need something. This can't kill Lurrus, unfortunately. My opponent can't cast Lurrus currently. I'm a bit surprised my opponent chose to Thought Scour us, because that feeds Tasigur and Jace. Okay, that makes sense. Drown the Lock for Tasigur. Okay, we find Inquisition. That's really good because that can take. We could snap Thoughtseize, but I think it's going to Inquisition here. Yeah, because this can take Lurrus. Yeah, I'll just take Lurrus here. Yeah, let's take Lurus. And then play another Jace Friends Prodigy. Say go. So my opponent's got some good stuff in hand. But if they choose to, they could double. Oh, they can't double bolt currently. Yeah, we take Lurus there because it's just the most powerful card. They could drown in the lock. But I'd be a bit surprised if they let me untap with this Jace. Although I guess they might be looking for. Okay, we find a land, which is nice. I think we're going to activate this Jace. Okay, opponent decides to bolt the Jace. Opponent then can kill Tasigur, which is a little bit awkward. Opponent is at 10. Okay, so I think we're just going to hold here. We don't want to get my Jace countered. Opponent not doing anything end of turn. Maybe they haven't realised they can now drown in the lock Tasigur. I think I'm going to go for Sultai Charm here. Oh, we could just Tasigur, to be fair. Why not just Tasigur? We're happy with any of the cards back from the grave at the moment. You know, this is a 2 for 1, which is nice. Okay, yeah, drown the lock. Opponent does still get to hold up Cryptic, and they have to give us back something. Okay, giving us back Inquisition, that's fine. So I think we'll Inquisition, see what my opponent's working with. Okay, so we can take Bolt. And then opponent has Cryptic. We could take Push, but I think we just rather hold up Sultai Charm here. Okay, opponent being very disciplined with their Cryptic command. Okay, we know their last card in hand, their cards in hand. Okay, so we're going to do this now. Thoughtseize is great. Inquisition doesn't do too much for us. Yeah, we're going to get to Thoughtseize and Jace next turn, so that probably just wins the game. I suppose my opponent gets to counter the Thoughtseize. They're probably, yeah, my opponent's going to counter draw the Thoughtseize, one would imagine. But I think we do then go for Jace. We could go for Tar Pit, but that gets fatal pushed, obviously. Okay. So yeah, we just slam Jace now. Hope that my opponent's the card they drew from Cryptic isn't a counterspell. It is something. Thought Scour, targeting themselves. Okay, so they're Grixis Dragon. Okay, sure. Yeah, so it's going to draw 3 cards. Have I played a land this turn? Yeah, so we'll put push and delta on top. So opponent's at 5. They've got 3 cards in hand. We know one of those is a push. And that's against our active Jace. So I haven't got a Sprite Dragon in hand. This Drown Lock's was a good draw for us. If we can untap with this Jace, we probably win. Okay, we don't untap with this Jace, but that's fine. We know there's a Fatal Push on top of my library. After the fetch land. I guess we could snap Inquisition. So yeah, we'll play the land. Yeah, I think snap Inquisition's fine. Although is there any other more powerful instants and sorceries in my graveyard? Not really. Yeah, let's snap Inquisition in case my opponent's found something like a call against command. Actually, we're at quite a high life total. I think we're just going to Thoughtseize. In case yeah, because we don't want to. The last thing we want to do is Inquisition. My opponent face pushes and reveals a Cryptic Command or a Jace. Oh, they can't have Jace, but you know what I mean. Cryptic Command or a Cryptic Command into the story or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to let that resolve. Okay, bauble. And I think I'm just going to fetch now. I might Fatal Push his Snapcaster right now, to be fair. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so we've got essentially just counter spell up. Opponent's at 4 life. Creeping Tar Pit can obviously do good work. If my opponent was to play something like a land, then we've got lethal. But I don't think we're going to go for it here. Rather get some use out of my Snapcaster Mage. We could have lethal here if we flash in Snapcaster Mage and attack with Creeping Tar Pit, but I'd rather hold up this Drown in the Lock. So we find off the top. We found another Jace, which is obviously nice, but I'm just going to go for the Creeping Tar Pit kill here. Well, not kill, but go for putting my opponent to 1. Still holding up a counter spell. Okay. Okay, so we get there. Against Grixis Dragon. So this is a weird one because we do want to keep in our Fatal Pushes as removal. Sultai Charm is an interesting one here that I'm not sure we're that interested in because it can't destroy. It can't destroy any of their creatures really, apart from Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, so I think we're going to cut some of the charms. They are quite expensive as well. We want disputes. We could want Spell Bomb. They are a Lurus deck, or we could want Kalitas. Kalitas may not be what we're after. I think we'll just bring in a Spell Bomb. Keep Thought Seizers. keep everything else, I think. Do we need Mouse Impulse? Yeah, Mouse Impulse, in case they flood the board with some creatures. Just the ability to just remove target anything is nice. Okay, so this hand is interesting. I think we'll keep it. Again, we just need to find a land. Got the Thought Scour. Yeah, Tasigur proving very difficult for a lot of decks to deal with. Can't be pushed, can't be apparition, can't be bolted. Okay, we find a land, which is nice. So opponent grabs a land. What have they got in store for us? Okay, so this could be a Sprite Dragon. It is a Sprite Dragon. Okay. See, obviously Fatal Push would have been nice there, but can't have everything. So we need green and blue, but we also need lots of black mana. Let's get Watery Grave, because this could fetch a basic if we need it to. Okay, Thought Scour ourselves. Okay, so that's unfortunate. We see 2 cards that deal with Sprite Dragon. Okay, we also find Fatal Push, so that's nice. We're going to do it right now to play around any... yeah. Kill that, play Event, Catacombs and pass. Yeah, killing it there to play around my opponent having something like Mana Leak or something like that. Any counterspell really, Archmage's Charm. Okay, so here we'll go and get... We've got double black, so I think it's just double blue now, so we'll go and get Breeding Pool. Okay, so I think my opponent's probably got... like an Archmage's Charm, so I think it's going to hold up Snappy here. And then if my opponent doesn't do anything, we'll snap Thought Scour. Sure. Okay. So we'll let them attack. Go to blockers. And I'm going to try and snap push. Obviously this is a, you know, if this resolves, we're definitely happy. If it doesn't, then we're going to try and Liliana next turn. Okay, it looks like my opponent's got a Drown Lock or something. Yeah, okay, so we take an extra damage this way, but we're okay with that. We could Jace here. Opponent is tapped out, but we do want to kill that Sprite Dragon, really. Okay, so we'll just Liliana it away. And then play a Tar Pit. It comes in tapped. Okay, opponent has another dragon. Okay, so I think we're going to snap push this right away. We could snap Decay, putting Lurus in their hand. Okay, so let's see what we draw. Like a Fatal Push would be really nice. Thoughtseize is also really nice. So we can Thoughtseize and snap Decay, which is good. Oh my, they've got quite a cracky. They've got good hand here. We're going to take the Lurus, just the most powerful card they've got. And then how much do we care about? So play the land, and then I think, yeah, snap card. I think we're just going to snap Decay now. We could just push while the... We've only got one Snapcaster left. Is it going to matter? Yeah, let's just push. We'll leave the Decay for... And then this kind of represents Veil of Summer as well. Opponent has got powerful cards in hand. And obviously we're not playing this Jace anytime soon. Okay, opponent just passes through the turn. Okay, so we find that, which isn't amazing. So I think we're just going to attack here. Opponent hasn't got... they got Snap Drown. So yeah, we can attack for some damage there. We'll draw a card. Okay, we're kind of flooded a little bit there. No point in playing Jace. Could see Snap Drown here. Yeah, so opponent just Snap Drowning. Oh, Snapcaster Mage. So the question, I suppose, is do we block with Snapcaster Mage, with Creeping Tar Pit, or do we go on the offensive? Well, I think that's something like Fatal Push. I think we're fine trading a land for a Fatal Push, especially since we've got so many of them at this point. Opponent could use the Cryptic here, but again, we're happy if my opponent uses Cryptic here. Okay, they found Drown the Lock. Okay, but this isn't too bad because now we can play Jace. Obviously, we're not bouncing their Snapcaster Mage. Okay, we find Liliana. In this situation, then we're just going to Liliana. Yeah, and then we're going to tick up because we know that my opponent's last card is a Cryptic Command. And then we'll play a. Do we play the land? No, I think we're going to hold the land in case my opponent draws Colligan's Command. Okay, opponent finds another Bauble and a land. Okay, so if they don't crack this, then this is really, obviously really good for us. Yeah, okay, we just get to slam Jace. Okay, opponent gets to see what we're drawing. We're just drawing an island, so let's Jace, see what we can do. Brainstorm here, see if we find a Fatal Push or anything. We do, so let's bin this and this. Play the land. Grab a swamp. Yeah, let's kill the Snappy now. Save our Planeswalkers. Yeah, I think just keeping hold of the spell bomb actually is fine. Stops my opponent's snapcaster mages. Bolt and or a snap or something. Yeah, we probably should have played the spell bomb here. Oh, that is a good draw from my opponent. Very good draw. Drawing 4 cards, and looks like they found Bolt, Sprite Dragon. Yeah, that's really something. Oh, crikey, they got Unearth as well. Oh, that was, yeah, that was some insano draws there from my opponent, killing the Jace. And now we're in real trouble. Yeah, we really got punished for not playing that spell bomb. Me removal now, really. We find Jace. So we'll... I think we have to Edict. So yeah, or we could tick up. No, we'll Edict my opponent. Play a spell bomb. God, we got punished for that spell bomb line. Okay, Inquisition, not too bad there. Take Drown. Play Jace. Yeah, we got really punished for that. So it's my opponent's Naked Lurus and 2 draws versus our Jace. We can, if the Jace survives, we will be able to kill it with Abrupt Decay. Opponent got 3 cards in hand. Yeah, so what we should have done... Oh, that's rough. What we should have done is played the spell bomb to prevent anything like this. When we pushed the Snapcaster Mage, we were so far ahead, and now we're so far behind. And now we really need a good draw. Thoughtseize is not a good draw. In fact, that probably just kills us. Yeah. So yeah, it was into the story, and then my opponent found, like, what was it? Unearth, Sprite Dragon. Yeah, Thoughtseize, take your Thoughtseize. Yeah, so now we need... not even sure now what can do this. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage is pretty good. So we're going to do that in my opponent's upkeep, unless they cast anything in our end step, in which case we'll do it then. Upkeep, Snapcaster Mage. If this gets countered, it's not getting countered, so we're gonna, yeah, Abrupt Decay is obviously the play, because then we get to it gets around any counter spells. Okay, so we're backing it a little bit. Mouse and Pulse. I don't think we can attack because my opponent may have Snapcaster Mage. Although actually we should have attacked there, because if my opponent has Snapcaster Mage, then we just lose. Yeah. Yeah, that was silly. Because they can just, well, they might not go for it, I suppose. But yeah, they can snap. snap K command. Yeah, we should have attacked there. Thought Scour, not the worst draw, I suppose. Yeah, I'll be annoyed if we get my opponent's 2 and then lose. Okay, well, Thought Scour now. Might as well main phase it. Opponent can. Okay, not sure why. Okay, so yeah, it was that mid-game play where I kind of messed up, which is annoying. I think we're going to want... do we want more discard? Given that they're on... sorry, more of this. Given that they're on... Yeah, I think we're going to cut some of the discard and bring in some more impactful cards. Yeah, I think that's better. And discard's nice, but you know, when you end up top decking like that. Two fatal pushes and 6 hands. I think we're going to keep this. It's a bit of a weird one, but you know, this land can be cycled into another one, so we've got fatal pushes for a couple of threats. We've got 2 attacking lands. See what my opponent does. I didn't do anything. Okay, Jace is nice, so guess we'll just fetch a basic. Play Jace. Opponent might have cut fatal pushes, I suppose. Did we see them in the last game? This can't be drowned locked at the moment either, which is nice. Okay, opponent liked what they saw on the top of their library, but just passing the turn. Okay, so we just find a land. I think what we're going to do is play the land and pass. We're not going to Jace yet because we can do that at instant speed, and we don't want my opponent. We want my opponent to potentially use mana in their turn to drown in the lock this. Yeah, because if we did it then, my opponent could drown and lock it in our turn. Which would could be getting fatal pushed here. No, opponent is deciding to shock in the watery grave. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see drown in the lock here. So yeah, we can get rid of an overgrown tomb. And then we're going to go for a Sultai charm here. Get an overgrown tomb here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're happy to go for this now. Wouldn't be too surprised to see this get bolted or drowned or something. Okay. So we'll get rid of a Dark Slick Shores. Okay, opponent. Okay, so we'll play this and say go, I think. We could turn this into a Planeswalker, which, yeah, we can go for that now, actually. Okay, so we're going to do this, looking for a counter spell. No, Spellbomb's annoying. Okay, we'll take the tracker. We'll discard a copy of Fatal Push now. Let's play this Spellbomb out. Okay. So are we spell bombing? Don't think so. Not yet. Okay, Snapcaster's nice. We're not playing the tracker yet because I'm a little concerned my opponent has just got Cryptic. Okay. So yeah, we can empty my opponent's graveyard at some point, which we may do now. Or we could snap Thought Scour. We could snap Charm next turn, but I think snap Thought Scour is fine. Puts a bit of pressure on, draws us a card. Second Into the Story deck we've faced today. I wonder if I could play Into the Story. Not sure. So yeah, we're just going to cast Thought Scour. And we're going to cast it from the Waterlogged Grove. Just in case my opponent decides it's a good time to go for a Snapcaster Mage. Tasigur's nice. If you draw a fetch hand, we can go for Tasigur and... okay, that's very nice. Yeah, so we're going to spellbomb them here. We'll pay the black. We probably should have pushed their Snapcaster Mage first. Okay, so now we're going to Tasigur. We're going to get rid of, what don't we want them to give us? Fatal Push, I suppose. There's a lot of lands actually. Spellbomb's fine. Jace we don't really want. Sultai Charm we don't really want. Maelstrom Pulse. I think we're happy with everything else. We've got a lot of lands in there. Wouldn't be surprised to see this get countered. Okay. And we'll go for this. Tracker into fetch then, the old classic. Just going to get a swamp here. Make 2 clues. So there you go. Thought Scour targeting my opponent. Possibly looking for desperately looking for some way to get this tracker off the field. Cling to dust. Sure, you can cling to dust. We are a bit short on time. Opponent plays a land. Opponent drowns in the lock. Okay, sure, but we still got 2 cards out of it, and my opponent's had quite a awkward turn there. So we'd like to draw more threats now. Ashiok's nice. Yeah, we'll take Ashiok here. We're going to play it now. Opponent can't drown, can't mana leak. I'm going to mill. Should I mill myself? We got anything that relies on the graveyard? We've got some good stuff in there already. I'm just going to mill my opponent. Okay, that's good. Stops my opponent's Jing as well. We'd like to be able to mill myself, get rid of my own graveyard really for a potential what's it called? Into the Story, although my opponent does have enough mana to hard cast it now. Okay, so we can kill this. Bit surprised my opponent is doing it this way, because now it gives us a chance to Fatal Push, although we could just decay. No, I think this is fine because this draws the card as well. But if my opponent had cracked the bauble first, we wouldn't have had an opportunity to respond to Lurus casting it, so they would have been a card up. But I suppose we're going to yeah, I suppose given that we're Ashiocking anyway. Okay, yeah, so we're going to bomb my opponent again and then slam Jace. Draw 3 cards. Oh yeah, there's some good draws. Get rid of these 2. Shock in a Watery Grave. Then we've got Drown. Oh, Drown Lock's a bit awkward here actually. I should not have kept that because it's it doesn't counter anything given that we've got this Ashiok on the field consistently ticking down. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep brainstorming now, I think. Yeah, there's some good draws. So we'll get rid of the Drown now and get rid of the land. How much do I care about milling my opponent out? Well, I guess I might as well. And then I think we're going to play Liliana. Don't really mind if this gets countered, if I'm honest. Ooh, we could dispute, snap, dispute. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then my opponent can't pay for the second copy of Dispute because they can't fetch thanks to Ashiok. We do need to speed up here. Snap Dispute. I think this works the way I want it to, yeah. Okay. We'll get rid of Trophy. Probably, maybe we should have kept Trophy there, but opponent's got one card in hand now. We probably go on in for the kill here. So probably start attacking. Could start ticking Jace up. Obviously the first thing we'll do every turn is plussing Liliana. Maybe we should have drawn first. Opponent got something. Okay, returning Jace, which is reasonable. Let's cast it again. Get rid of Swamp. Need to keep a kill spell around. Gonna mill in case my opponent finds Snapcaster Mage. We're gonna go for Jace again. Could be a counter spell here. Wouldn't be surprised. Sure. Okay. But we are ahead. We got 2 Planeswalkers on the field still. Got some good spells. We're probably going to crack Waterlog Grove if we get a chance to here. I wonder if we've milled into the Sprite Dragon. Sure. See what my opponent attacks with it. But we're definitely going to decay here. Although, no, probably not. Like we can just Liliana. Attacking Ashiok. Yeah, we'll just go for the decay. Maybe we should have just Liliana there, but okay, Dragon Lock's a good draw. So we'll sacrifice this. We possibly should just be attacking now. Tick up. Get rid of this Thought Scour. We can't activate and hold up Drown. So we're just going to wait now. We should be able to get there in 10 minutes. Uh, 2 minutes, sorry. Opponent doesn't do anything. So yeah, we're probably ultimating here. Gonna Sultai Charm now. This is quite hard to cast under the this one. Force of Negation. Sure. Don't care about that really. Yeah, I'm just going to ultimate, I think. Maybe, yeah, ultimating here is probably bad. Let's take him off red mana, I suppose. Yeah, something like that. we're just going to attack for 5. Yeah, we can, okay, yeah, we can attack for 5 and then 5 again. And that should be it, because we're holding up... well, Dragon Lock's not the best counter spell, I suppose. We can't actually counter... oh, yeah, because Liliana deals with some stuff. Okay, attack for 5. Yeah, of course, Liliana puts more cards in the graveyard. And now we're pretty home safe now, I should say. We've got lethal on board, and we've got a counterspell up. Okay, so we're going to go for the same thing. We can counter pretty much anything my opponent plays. Okay. That should be GG's. Yeah, we get there. Okay, excellent. Really long and grindy game, that one. Good to get the win. Shame I messed up a little bit in game 2, but we redeem ourselves in game 3. So we're 3-1. See you again for round number 5, going for the 4-1. Okay, let's go for round number 5. We sadly see an unkeepable hand. This isn't much better, but I think we will keep this in the blind. We'll put on the Tasigur. See. Okay, so this is some sort of taxes, so... Okay, Fatal Push there. We want to... Normally we'd want to play Tar Pit, but I'd be playing Polluted Delta even if we hadn't drawn the Fatal Push, I think. And the reason is this is probably taxes, so we don't want to get got by Leonin Arbiter with fetch lands. So we'll go and get a tomb. Are we just going to push this now? No, I can't see any reason to. Probably should have waited, although I guess, you know, we don't want to. They could be running Aven Mind Tensor, although I think that's 3 mana. Okay, Stoneforge, sure. See what my opponent gets. Probably Batter Skull. My opponent attacks here. If we find a land and we've been on the play, this would have been really good, obviously. Could have Liliana'd. Alas, no. Another Fatal Push is really good, actually. So yeah, we're just going to do that right away to stop them putting Batter Skull in. Play a Tar Pit, so you go. So yeah, drawing 2 Fatal Pushes in a row against this deck is really good. Now if we can find another land, that's what we want. Unless it's Thalia. Okay, just a Sword of Fire Ice. Find another land, we can Tasigur, to be fair. Okay, that's good. I think it's just Tasigur here. And then... Although Liliana tick up. Yeah, I think we're going to Liliana actually. Uses mana efficiently because Tasigur can be cheaper. And then I think we're going to get rid of Jace. So I've drawn well here. Yeah. What do we want to get rid of? If we draw a land, we can Jace and Tasigur next turn. If we draw a fetch, sorry, we can Tasigur and Tracker. So I think we'll get rid of Jace. And if my opponent plays Thalia, well, I suppose we can't Edict that. It looks like my opponent doesn't have any creatures. Just another land. Okay, apparition's a bit annoying. So we wouldn't mind a fetch land here, because then we can just do absolutely everything that we want. Yeah, so now we can play Tracker and then crack the Delta and play Tasigur. Which is obviously great. We've drawn very well here, I'm not going to lie. I think we're just going to go and get a swamp. Make another clue. Play Tasigur. Oh, I do love this deck. I'm quite enjoying it. Tasigur not being hit by Skyclave is just huge. Opponent could hardcast Batterskull next turn, but we're not too concerned about that. Yeah, we've drawn exactly what we needed. You know, we could have just drawn lands, but we've drawn exactly the number of lands we needed. But yeah, the ability to double spell there, because Tasigur being only 1 mana is just insane. Yeah, I think I'm going to look into Tasigur a little bit more. We know opponent's got Batterskull. Opponent does have a path. Deciding that giving us a clue is the lesser of 2 evils. Okay, so that's pretty good actually. That's not good because they're gonna. So I think we block here because otherwise, whenever a crit creature deals combat damage to a player, sort of. Okay, so that's really good. I did forget about. Oh, I didn't forget about this, but my opponent had path as well. Does 2 damage to any target, so that's going to kill the tracker anyway, so we might as well block here. It stops my opponent drawing a card. I've got 3 clues under here. Thought Scour. So Thought Scour is draw a card for 1 mana. So Thought Scour ourselves. This has got protection from red and blue, so we cannot. Oh, but we can destroy the. Artifact, which I think we will do. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Sultai Charm's actually been pretty good. But it's got a land. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, it's fine. It's like I quite like modal cards because here it's just yeah, saving us from this Sword of Fire Ice. If only it was choose 2 like Colligan's command, but yeah. So yeah, that's obviously much better than taking loads of damage here and my opponent drawing a card. This is probably hardcast Batterskull, but we're not too afraid of that, I don't think. We got loads of good draws. Watery Grave, not one of them. We can crack some clues here. We'll just play the island. Draw another one. Okay, Drown in the Loch is more like it. So I think we'll just pass the turn. And then we're going to drown the apparition, get a 3/3. We could block Batterskull. So I think we're just going to do that now. Yeah. Ooh. Blue, black, kill apparition. I don't think we're interested in blocking yet, because we might be able to team up with a Snapcaster Mage to block here. Yeah, Tracker drawn us 2 cards so far. We are at 10. Got a blocker. Opponent got 2 cards in hand. Okay, that sets us off a land if they choose to Field of Ruin, which it looks like they are. But it shuts them off a land as well. Our best draw, I think, is Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, we'll take a Sultai Charm. So we'll crack the clue first. Okay, Snapcaster Mage. So I think we're just going to play a land. We could snap Drown. Which I think is what we're going to do, actually. So we can snap Drown the Germ. If my opponent just attacks with the Germ, we might Sultai Charm. So if we snap block, yeah, we can kill everything then. Because we can go snap, target Drown. Opponent could have Path. So yeah, we're just going to block here. And then we can kill their Leonin Arbiter as well. But we'll do that after. Opponent could have Path. Looks like they do have Path. Path in the Snapcaster Mage. I think we're just going to Drown and counter that. Because then we get to kill the Germ. Okay, we're at 8. Another Catacombs isn't what we want to see. But we'll hold that for a potential tracker. And then we'll see. If my opponent goes land, equip, batter, skull, I think we'll just kill the Arbiter. Do we just kill the Arbiter now is the question. Stop us going to 6. Yeah, I reckon so. So here we're looking for more Snapcasters. Yeah, more Snapcasters. More. Okay, opponent finds Stoneforge Mystic, which is pretty good. So yeah, Snapcaster, Fatal Push. Isn't my opponent running a sort of... Okay, they refine a Maul. So yeah, we've got a load of good draws. Maelstrom Pulse is fine. Okay, we find Maelstrom Pulse, so we're just pulsing the Stoneforge, I think. Stops them having any creatures. So yeah, we need tracker. Okay, well if we're going to find a land, that's the land to find. Pretty bad. So I'd imagine my opponent goes return Batterskull. Yeah. Okay, that's not great. Okay, so big draw step here. Inquisition, really not what we want to find. This game's kind of slipping away from us a bit here. So yeah, we're going to have to take Maul here. Although Maul gives +2/+2. It does give flying. We go to 2. We need to find removal anyway. So we take Maul, we go to 4. If we then find Tasigur, we can block. Yeah, I think we take Maul. Pass the turn. Our luck is kind of run out with these draws. Jace is fine. Tracker's really good. That's a good point. I should have played one land. Is my opponent going to basic check me? No. Okay, big draw again. Okay, opponent deciding to... Okay, Snapcaster is a very good draw. So... Opponent's got Skyclave in hand. So we can... Snapcaster, Sultai Charm, kill the Batterskull, block Arbiter. We could snap Pulse, snap Drown. This is fine. I think we'll just do it at instant speed. Though we do get some lands taken away from us potentially here. Yeah, Snapcaster is obviously pretty much our best draw there. See if my opponent attacks with everything. Okay, just the germ there. So yeah, we'll Snapcaster Mage. Sultai Charm. Then destroy target artifact. We're not out of the woods yet. Because we are going to take some... We are going to lose a load of lands here. Oh, okay, yeah, my opponent can do that. I think that's fine. We live for this turn at least. I suppose we could have just blocked with snap, but... Okay, but opponent cannot now cast Skyclave. I don't think they should have done that. They've gone all in on this land destruction plan. I think they could have just Skyclaved and then they're presenting lethal. Whereas now we've got a blocker. Wouldn't be surprised to see my opponent hit the island here, I suppose. Okay, see what we find. Yeah, that's a good draw. Although we can't now search, so we could pay 2 mana, search. Yeah, I think that's fine. But you have to go to 3, which isn't ideal. Do the tracker. So while we're ignoring Arbiter, yeah, I think we're going to want to go to 2 here. Go grab Reading Pool. Can't attack. My opponent is at 32 life, but we've created some ground attack, and we get to draw 2 cards next turn. Okay, opponent hasn't really found anything there. There's the apparition, probably getting rid of tracker. Yeah, makes sense. The tracker did draw us 2 cards. Okay, Ghost Quartering away, which is fine. No attacks. Ugh, more lands isn't what you want. So we'll do... I suppose we could find Liliana. Ugh, gross. Now we need to find Fatal Push. Oh, there's Liliana. Yeah, we're dead now. Sadly, we needed some help there, but sadly we miss. So opponent can just attack with all. Yeah, and we lose here, sadly. Okay, that was unfortunate. Yeah, just needed a little bit of help there from our top of our deck. Okay, so what do we want? I think we might cut the... definitely want Damnations, definitely want Kalitas. We don't want Disdainful Stroke. Ashiok we don't really want. Spellbomb we don't want. Okay, so we're going to leave in some discard. Don't want loads. I think that's fine. Anything else we don't really want? No, I think that's fine. That's yeah. I mean, obviously Damnation would have been excellent there. So we'll play first. It sounds a little awkward, but it's fairly painless, and it has a Jace and a tracker. I think we'll keep. could be a risk here. It's if one of these lands was a Fatal Push or an Inquisition, then we're off to the races. Opponent could be bringing in Rest in Peace. Okay, Ether Vial from my opponent. Something we didn't see last time. So we're just going to get Breeding Pool here. And then we'll play Jace. Oh, Damnation's a good find. So what my opponent does, goes Cortif, this is Arbiter, we're in a little bit of trouble with Thalia. Okay, so we haven't actually got any, so that stops our Damnation, but... okay, so we can loot away some of these lands, I think. Okay, Sultai Charm's a good one. So I think we'll get rid of Watery Grave here. And then I think we are going to go Tracker, because then we probably want to Charm next turn. So yeah, let's just play out the Tracker. Pass the turn. Well, obviously we don't get immediate value from it, but next turn we probably want to Charm. Oh, Apparition. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we find Drown in the lock. So we can use Jace. Drown in the lock doesn't... Fatal Push is very good. So now we get rid of... Drown Lock is going to become good, so you can push this turn. We're going to want the land. Is it Sultai Charm? So we could push Thalia, but then we can't play Drown as well. Or are we just going to go for Damnation next turn? Let's get rid of the Charm. And then, yeah, I think we're okay to shock in here. We're going to want to save this. We may even take... oh, possibly should have gone for this. Yeah, we probably should have gone for the Fatal Push first. To play around Flicker Wisp. Are we going for the kill on Thalia now? I think so. Yeah, we should have played around Flicker Wisp better here. And then do I want to flash in Snapcaster Mage to block here as well? That would allow us to flip Jace. But no, I think we're fine taking 2 here. Trouble is if my opponent has Arbiter, then we're in a bit of trouble. Okay, that's not too bad because we can Damnation. We get to flip Jace this turn. Draw step. 3 mana. Okay. If I look at target opponent's hand, you may exile. Okay, so just taxing us for 2. Okay, fine. Can't do anything about that. They're probably taking damnation here. Yeah, so we can. Oh, this is an interesting one from Strixhaven. Yeah, damnation. Okay, so yeah, I think we draw discard, so we can flip Jace. Triangle Lock's proving awkward. Although if we pulse, we could pulse and then drown. Yeah, we'll check. Although we can flash something back with Jace. So we could. Oh, and then we've got Revolt as well. So we're going to push this. And then we could snap. Oh no, we can't. So we can push and then we can't drown though. If we get rid of, so we could push and then pulse. Isn't too bad. So push this, pulse this. Yeah, so we can get rid of a land here. So we'll push. And then push the Skyclave. And then we get a blocker as well. And then we'll pulse this. I'm assuming this works the way we want it to, in that we can cast Damnation later, even though we've killed this. I suppose we could have given it -2/-2. This, and then it wouldn't hit us at all. But rather just kill their board here, I think. Okay, see what my opponent can do. We will be blocking. I suppose my opponent could have some like Flicker Wisp to kill this, which would be really annoying. Just another Ghost Quarter. Yikes. That's a big yikes. Yeah, that's nearly just lethal. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, Mirror Crusader with a Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah, we've just been kind of tempoed out of it here. Couldn't play our Damnation. Now that's got protection as well. Yeah, we actually need a land there, interestingly enough. Yeah, didn't see that coming. Yeah, we just lose because this can just attack us again and it's got protection. Snapcaster, yeah, if we had another land. Yeah, maybe throwing that land away was silly. But yeah, there we go. Well played, opponent. And yeah, we get the 3-1. So fairly happy with the deck. It was just definitely really fun to play. look to play it again sometime on stream. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Do give us a subscribe if it's something you enjoyed, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers.